What's up, guys, and welcome back to the AC Milan career mode here on FC24, and welcome back to episode number 10 of season number 2 here at AC Milan. We are currently sitting in third place through 32 games, 6 points behind Inter Milan, and of course 1 point behind Roma as well. Our next game up, though, is against Inter in the league, 6 points behind them. If we can get a win here, if we can somehow manufacture a win, we will get 3 points gained on them, and it'll put us in a good spot to potentially still end up in first place. With the games remaining we have in the league, Torino, then we've got Palermo, Salernitana, Cremonese, and then Monza. Those are all very beatable teams. So if we win this game, I have a feeling we'd probably win out, and then we would find ourselves champions of Italy yet again. We did that in season number 1. We're looking to do that again in season number 2. It's not our main objective, but it would be very nice because we're in contention to win the treble. We're in the quarterfinals of the Champions League against Dortmund right now. Lost 2-1 to them in the last episode, unfortunately. But we're now into the semifinals of the Copa Italia. Drew 2-2 with Inter earlier this month. And all 4 of these games will be played in this episode. So we've got away against Milan, or away against Inter twice, which I'm pretty sure we played the same place. So not really too big of a deal there. Away at Dortmund, though, is going to be tough. I don't know if we're going to be able to get past them in the Champions League. And as of right now, this is how the Champions League is looking. PSG and Man City level. Bayern 2-0 up on Inter, 2-1 for Leverkusen over Liverpool as of right now, and then of course Dortmund ahead of us. So right now the German teams are dominating so far in the quarterfinals. We'll see how that goes at the end of this episode, though. First, we're going to play this game against Inter Milan. It's our biggest game of the season in the Serie A so far, and this is going to be Inter's lineup against us. It's pretty much the same lineup we saw against them in the Coppa Italia semi-final matchup. But they've got some tired legs. Unfortunately, so do we. And that's going to mean that Salamaker is going to have to start on that right wing spot. Elise is just a little bit too tired for my liking. And then we're going to have De Ketelaere in midfield instead of Reinders. That one's not too big of a deal, but Salamaker hasn't gotten a whole lot of game time this season, so I'm interested to see how he's going to perform. Lautaro Martinez down to Çalhanoğlu to Barella with a long shot, but Costa able to make the save. Ooh, Rafael Leao, good footwork to find Loftus-Cheek. Pushing forward, doesn't have a whole lot of pace. And doesn't have the finish either. We are so unlucky not to score right there. Is he pushing forward? Getting past Theo Hernandez and getting a cross in towards kind of the back post area. Lautaro Martinez on the end of it, 16 minutes gone. It's going to be a 1-0 lead for Inter. Yeah, I mean, not much we can do about that one. Crazy good finish, honestly. De Ketelaere over the top to Salamakers. Gonna look to get it back inside. We do find Jimenez, just barely. Benacer. Can we find Rafael Leao? Pavard with a great tackle and clearance. Lautaro Martinez inside to Barella, but it's gonna be a penalty. We are not starting this game off very well. Tamori going in for the tackle. Really just trying to cut off the passing lane, but unfortunately digs his knee right into the side of Lautaro Martinez. He had a penalty in the last game against us. He went bottom right, and this time he chips it sort of down the middle, so we're in a bad spot. Buongiorno inside to Rafael Leao. Good turn from Hernandez, from Jimenez. I'm gonna look inside now for De Ketelaere. We're gonna score. Somehow we're going to score. It's 2-1. What just happened, honestly? I don't even know. We're going to have to take a look at the replay on that one. I thought De Ketelaere was going to be offsides whenever I went to pass it with Jimenez. But I saw him at the back post area and thought I might as well. But then, I mean, De Ketelaere kicks it right into Sommer. And then luckily for us, Sommer is not able to collect that ball before it goes in. 2-1. Ooh, Benacer, good tackle on midfield. And that's going to be it for the first half. Referee won't allow us to move forward, so we are going to go into half down 1 goal. Not the worst position to be in. Could be a lot worse, but I really want to win this game. Oh, Bastoni with a mistake in defense. Jimenez pushing forward. Has to go around the defenders. I don't really like the spot we're in right here, but we're going to find Rafael Leao. We'll get a shot away. It's right at Sommer. Salamakers ends up with it and kicks it right back into Sommer. It looks like they'll have possession momentarily. Salamakers, good turn. Good pass inside. Jimenez is going to finish it. I thought we got tackled. We kind of did get tackled there for a second, but Jimenez will stick with it, and we'll level the game at 2 here after 60 minutes. We're going to go ahead and get Loftus-Cheek off here after 60 minutes, right after that goal for Pobega, making his return after a long stint injured. It's kind of a tough game to come into, but we need him right now. Marcus Thuram inside to Lautaro Martinez. Costa with the save. It's going to be found by Izzy. Back inside to Barea. Not sure how to say his name. Çalhanoğlu looking for a pass inside, and we're going to be able to get it away. Not really. Thuram pushing forward. Oh my god. He is insanely difficult to get the ball off of. Tomori does well. Calabria, we're just going to clear it down the field. Jimenez inside to Ketelaere. We find Salamakers. Ball roll inside. Good defending. Shouldn't have done the ball roll. Theo Hernandez down here to Rafael Leao. We will ball roll again this time. Look for Pobega. Oh, I thought he was going to get that goal on his return. Sommer with the good save. 79 minutes gone. We'll swing it in with Leao. Looking for Ketelaere. Not a bad effort, but it goes over the bar. We're going to go ahead and take Santiago Jimenez off and Salamakers off as well. Get on Elise and Okafor, see if they can make a difference. They're both, well, Okafor's not tired, but Elise is pretty tired already, so not really sure how much he's going to help. Tchouaméni finding a pass into Ocampos. Basically 90 minutes gone now. We just can't get the ball off of them. Çalhanoğlu going to get tackled by Calabria and Ketelaere. We're going to look down here for Okafor, who has a lot of pace and is going to get around his defender. We're going to have a lot of room to work with. I try to go back. Rafael Leao can't get that around the defender. Oh, we should have... I couldn't tell if we should have gone with a shot with Okafor. I mean, the angle was tight. That's depressing. Because we both get a point out of that, so that means we remain 6 points behind them in the league. Well, and some decent news after that game. We do find ourselves a youth academy prospect that looks really good. It's a goalkeeper, so it is what it is. But he's already worth $2.4 million at 17 years old. Looks like he's going to be pretty good at goalkeeping, so that's nice to see, I guess. We changed our training plan for all players to the one that gives you the most energy, so hopefully they'll all get their stamina back, because our game against Dortmund is only 3 days after that game against Inter, and our players are all very tired. So we're going to advance forward. Hopefully it works out well for us. Looks like most of the starting 11 is in and ready to go. And it looks like everybody is, actually. So that's as good of news as we could possibly have right now. And so this is how things stand going into our quarterfinal matchup, second leg against Dortmund. We're down 2-1 down currently. So are Liverpool. Inter are down 2-0. And then City and PSG are level, still on 1. If you guys didn't get the chance to check out that last episode, please be sure to go check that one out. Leave a like on that one and leave a like on this one while you're at it, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. But we're going to go ahead and get into this game. They're going to go with mostly the same lineup from last game, but this time Jamie Bino-Gittens starting out on that left wing. We know how good he can be from our time at Brighton in FC 24. We're going to go ahead and get into this one. We're going to go with the strongest lineup we can put out. Everybody's fully fit. Everybody's ready to go. I mean, all the sharpness is good, so let's get into this one. Let's at least get it to extra time. I'd rather win in regular time, but if we got to go to penalties, we got to go to penalties, you know? And we could be starting off hot. Jimenez sends that through to Leao. And Leao will score 5 minutes in. And what a ball that was through. I thought Leao was going to be offsides for sure. But luckily for us, he was not. And we have leveled this game. Not this game in particular, but this fixture 2-2 on aggregate. Brandt pushing inside. Going to get tackled by Loftus-Cheek. We could get on the break here again. We're going to have Benacer out here to Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek down to Jimenez, who gets around Schlotterbeck. And he's going to look inside for Elise. Elise is going to end up with it again and going to have a free goal. Kobel came out, and no one is there on the line to clear it away. That's 2 goals after just 17 minutes. Elise with the shot, and then for whatever reason, Kobel came out. Not a good move by him. I mean, an open net. Elise is never going to miss that one. So we take the 2-0 lead already. 3-2 on aggregate. So we're in a good spot now. And they're going to have a pass through the middle of our box. And a shot away as well. But Costa makes the save on it. Brandt swinging that one in. Elise can't quite get in front of Schlotterbeck. Fofana's going to knock that one out. Costa made a good save. Loftus-Cheek with a good pass inside to Jimenez. Jimenez down to Reinders, and it looks like he's onside. That's 3 in 25 minutes here to start this game against Dortmund. Elise inside to Jimenez. Jimenez, oh, Loftus-Cheek's going to end up with it somehow. I mean, Dortmund are playing so bad, it's not even the same team that I played against just in the last episode. It just doesn't feel that way. Jimenez not able to get that one around the defenders. Leao will end up with an interception. Reinders to Jimenez. To Leao, back to Jimenez. We'll go for the shot. It's deflected, and Kobel will make the save. Brandt inside to Emre Can. Nowhere for him to go. I mean, we're playing really well, luckily for us. I mean, that's kind of what's keeping us in this, but we're also just not playing the same team at all. They are not performing as well as they were in the last episode. Teo Hernandez now with it out on the wing. Going to continue to push forward. Look for a cross. Kobel could have been disastrous if a player would have been there, but luckily he was able to collect for them. And now Brandt pushing forward. What a pass to Jared Bowen. Buongiorno with the last-ditch effort to keep this game at a 3-goal deficit for us. And wow, moving into the second half, we are in a good position to move forward in the Champions League. Unal to Brandt. Brandt just going to go for the shot. Costa is going to save that one. I mean, I thought this was going to be the hardest game we would play, like, all episode probably, which, you know, maybe Inter's a little bit better. Wow, that ball goes all the way to Bino Gittins, which I shouldn't speak too soon because they could easily score 2 against us, but as of right now, I'm feeling decently comfortable. Tamori can't clear that one away, and as soon as I say I feel decently comfortable, we give up a goal. Jamie Bino Gittins gets this one back to just a 1-goal deficit on aggregate, so hell yeah. Going inside to Unal. Unal pushing forward. I'm trying to get Teo Hernandez back into a spot where he can help out with the defense. Unal going to go for the shot. Costa does have to make the save. There are now 60 minutes gone. Only 30 minutes remaining in this game. And Dortmund have to find a way to score 1. And they could right here. Teo Hernandez does well to get that one at least slightly away. And then Reinders. This is not good. Unal. Another shot and another save. Fofana out here to Sergio Roberto. Not sure what he was really going for there. Teo Hernandez will get this one away to Buongiorno. We're going to clear down the field, and we actually could get on a little counterattack here. Reinders will lay this one off to Jimenez, who will get it back out to Elise. We'll cut inside. That's just not the pass that I'm looking for. Off to cheek to Reinders. Reinders, great pass to Elise. We'll look back inside for Santiago Jimenez, but good defense. Oh, and Jimenez ends up with it off the... what was that? Schlotterbeck with a terrible pass. And good footwork to get that one around the keeper. I have no idea what the defender is doing there, trying to pass it back inside. I mean, we've done that with our team several times, so I do know what they're doing there. But Santiago Jimenez, good footwork to get that one around Kobel. Not sure what he's doing either. Oh, Adeyemi with a good pass inside to Unal. Luckily, it goes right. The shot goes right at Costa. Brandt pushing forward. Oh, can't find the pass inside. Good defense by Buongiorno. Oh, and Reinders with a beautiful pass over the top to Santiago Jimenez. What a ball. Oh, and Elise is going to finish it off. I mean, we could not have played better today here against Dortmund. 84 minutes gone, 5-1 in this game, 6-3 overall on aggregate. We are going to be moving on to the semifinals of the Champions League. And what a finish this. I mean, that pass is insane. And a good finish by Elise as well. Insanely good today. 2 minutes gone, referee will blow the whistle. 6-3 win on aggregate over Dortmund. I did not think that this would go this well today. I mean, we could only beat 10-man Cagliari 4-1, and we just beat Dortmund 5-1. That will lead us into a league game against Torino, a team that we should definitely be beating. But as you can see, that 6-point gap against Inter is looking very, very hard to come back from. With only 5 games remaining, we overtook Roma for second place, but I just don't know if it's going to be possible. We'll have to see who Inter have to play the rest of the season. It just seems unlikely. But one thing we should do real quick is go ahead and check out the Champions League and see how those other teams did. We're going to be playing Bayer Leverkusen in the semifinals, and Man City against Bayern Munich. Man City beat PSG 3-2 on aggregate. Bayern beat Inter 2-0 on aggregate, and Leverkusen beat Liverpool 4-3 on aggregate. And we, of course, won 6-5, or 6-3, not 6-5, but Wow. I mean, Leverkusen out of the three teams remaining, Leverkusen is probably the easiest. So I'm not upset with that draw. So we'll go ahead and get into this game against Torino as well. This will be their lineup: Sanabria up top. I mean, Tial in defense is one of our former players that we sold to them. Illich in midfield. I mean, they've got a decent team, but we should be winning this game. We're going to start Kalulu at right back as well as De Ketelaere in midfield. We're going to give Benacer the day off and get Reinders in midfield in that kind of defensive midfield position, but everybody else will stay the same. I know a lot of these players are getting a lot of appearances, and we should try to rotate a little bit more, but at this point in the season, we kind of just have to play the best players we can for every game. Torino pushing forward early in this game. Lee Jae-sung inside to Albert back, but there's too many players in the way of that shot. Way to get it deflected. Jimenez over the top to Leao. Leao over the top to Elise. I think he might be just off. Question mark? He was not. So we're going to cut back inside. Not probably the greatest angle to shoot from, and it does get deflected away. Lee Jae-sung down here to Voivoda, maybe is how you say that. He's going to go for a cross. Wow, they're still going to end up with it. And a good shot away. Costa has to make the save. They're swinging in that corner. Tial nearly scores against us. Right at Costa, though. And a good save again. Illich passing it to Lee Jae-sung. Buongiorno's going to get in the way of that shot. But Dinky to Lee Jae-sung. Back to Dinky. Going to get another shot away. And we're not going to be able to get it out just yet. Lee Jae-sung, another opportunity for a shot. Another block by a defender. And another corner for Torino. So far in this game, we have not been playing very well at all, but so far they haven't done too much. And again, as soon as I start talking, something bad happens, and Albert gives them the first goal of the game. And that means it's time for us to push forward. Lay out to Loftus-Cheek, Reinders, Elise. Elise, good shot. Popa with a good save. 40 minutes gone now. And we will swing this corner. We're not going to swing it in. We're going to get this one back to De Ketelaere. And then find Rafael Leao. Put a lot of power behind that shot, but there's too many people in the way of it for sure. De Ketelaere wins that header, though, and finds Leao. De Ketelaere back to Elise. Jimenez. Good turn. What a finish. Santiago Jimenez. One of the first goals I can remember him scoring in the last couple episodes. But what a finish that was. 1-1 now against Torino just before the end of the first half. I didn't think this turn was great, but that shot is something else. And I mean, there's nothing the keeper can do about that. Jimenez turning this one back around. Leao with it now. Back post. Elise is there, but can't get on the top of the ball. And that will be the end of the first half. Ooh, Elise, good interception. Santiago Jimenez. Can he find Loftus-Cheek? He can. Oh, Tial with good defense. Elise is going to head this one down, though, to Loftus-Cheek. Who's going to find De Ketelaere? Who will find the back of the net? 52 minutes gone. It is 2-1 Milan. Unfortunately, though, it does look like Loftus-Cheek might have just picked up an injury, which is pretty bad. That's not where we want to be at. We're going to get Pobega in. Benacer might come into the game at some point, but I'm going to try to keep him out, give him the day off. And yeah, besides that, we're not going to make any changes right now just yet. Elise breaking down this right wing, getting around the defenders, inside to Jimenez. Can't turn around to get the shot off. Illich pushing forward, finding a pass to Sanabria. Going to try to keep Kalulu in a good spot to get a tackle in, and he does so well. But Elise can't get that one out. Sanabria's going to have it on the edge of the box. De Ketelaere, it still falls to them. Costa makes the save. Can we keep it out from going out for a corner? Yes, we can. 75 minutes gone now. We will go ahead and make a 3-man sub. Jimenez, Elise, and Kalulu coming off. Calabria, Salad Makers, and Okafor on for them. Okafor with a great pass to Rafael Leao. We'll cut it inside. Too heavy of a touch. It will end up with Pobega, though, who does find De Ketelaere. Okafor is going to end up with it. Try to cut it back. It's going to go out for a corner, though. Just here before the 80th minute, we will be able to swing this one in with Charles De Ketelaere. Looking for... Really doesn't matter in the box. Leao's almost on the end of it. Tamori gets to it and keeps it in. De Ketelaere inside to Salad Makers. Tough shot. There, Hernandez going for a cross. It ends up with De Ketelaere. Salad Makers. Great pass to Okafor. That gives us the 3-1 lead. Okafor comes on and scores yet another substitute appearance goal. I feel like he's done that a million times this season. And we will come away with 3 points here, barring some drastic thing happening in the final 3 minutes. Oh, what a pass. Rafael Leao down to De Ketelaere. Oh, I thought we could get it through the gap to Okafor. Nothing drastic happens there at the end of the final 3 minutes or so. And we come away with 3 points, 3-1 over Torino. And unfortunately, we lose Loftus-Cheek for 4 weeks. Sprained ankle injury. He'll be out for most of the rest of the season. I mean, obviously it depends on how far we go in some competitions, but, you know, if he got injured on the 26th, that's going to mean he'll be back maybe the 24th, so he might be back for the Monza game. Might be back just a little bit earlier, but he will likely be out for both Champions League games against Leverkusen, so it's going to be tough. We'll see what happens. And so that leads us into our final leg against Inter Milan in the semifinals of the Copa Italia. So we're aggregate 2-2 right now. It's basically just winner takes all in this game. Looks like Roma and Lazio have played their second game already, and Roma win 1-0 but lose 2-1 on aggregate to Lazio. So that's who we'd be facing in the final if we can make it there. A very, very formidable opponent. Either one of those teams would have been, but Inter going to go with, again, pretty much the same team that they've been going with. Left mid is going to be Buchanan this time, but besides that, it looks basically the same. I think DeMarco was playing out on that left mid spot before. But yeah, pretty much the same team for them, and then mostly the same team for us. Pobega is actually going to get the start today. De Ketelaere has been playing really well for us, but unfortunately he's just a little bit too tired for my liking to start him in this game. Pobega obviously hasn't had a lot of game time recently with his injury, but with Loftus-Cheek out, somebody's got to step up, and I think Pobega is the one that's going to do it for us. He's stepped up for us in the past many times, so hopefully he can here today as well. Pobega lays it off to Leao, back inside to Jimenez. Jimenez lays it off to Reinders. I tried to go for a pass. Reinders is just not fast enough to get around that defender. I think it was Bastoni as well, which he's just a beast of a player. But we will have a corner here. Nobody's going to get onto the end of it. Tomori knocks it back to Rafael Leao, though. Reinders. Pobega can't get it. Tchouaméni, great player. Martinez pushing forward. Benacer is absolutely hounding him. He's going to go for the shot. Costa does have to make the save, but does knock it out for a corner. You know, maybe should have caught it. Would have been nicer if he caught it. Çalhanoğlu takes it short. Crosses it inside to Bastoni. We get a player in the way of it, but it lands to them. Barella off the outside of the post and away. Buchanan down this left wing now. Looks back inside for Lautaro Martinez, who's making just so many moves. It's hard to stay in front of him. Buchanan now with it again. We're going to bring Elise down to help out with the defending, and Buongiorno will knock it out for yet another corner for Inter Milan. It looks like they will take this one short yet again. Çalhanoğlu cross it inside. Benacer will head it down to Pobega. And Pobega gets it down to Reinders, who's making the run. Rafael Leao making a run at the back post, going for the shot. Gets blocked away. Teo Hernandez now with it. Finds Leao. Leao trying to make a move around some defenders. Finds himself with it inside to Jimenez. We'll get it back to Benacer. Pobega. I mean, there's just nowhere to go. There's like at least 8 guys back here. Jimenez to Leao. Back to Jimenez. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Good tackle from Elise. Reinders. Oh, great pass. Jimenez over the top. Leao will finish it off. We are 1-0 ahead at the very, very last seconds of the first half. Rafael Leao waiting for the overlapping run from Teo Hernandez. Why was that pass so weak? Doesn't matter. We're going to find him back again. Oh, Sommer with good goalkeeping there. Rafael Leao going to find that overlapping run yet again. Oh, Elise, just terrible effort there at the header. But we'll find Calabria. And we'll find Reinders through, and Reinders will finish that off 10 times out of 10. Great player Reinders is, and that's a 2-0 lead here in this game, 4-2 on aggregate. Elise inside to Reinders. I was kind of waiting for that run from Calabria, but I never found him. We're going to get that one down to Jimenez, and he's not offsides, which is surprising. We'll find Teo Hernandez again, who's been getting forward so well in this game. 62 minutes gone. We will have a corner. We're going to switch it from Elise to Reinders, maybe. We're going to get that right-footed cross in here to Elise. And we're going to go for a power shot just for the hell of it. Summer does have to make the save. And the next cross is going to be a high one towards the back post. Jimenez almost kind of gets to it. Buongiorno back inside. There's a lot of stuff happening. We're going to find back to Elise here. Elise. Can't get that one to lay out. Izzy pushing forward, finding a pass to Ocampos. Good ball roll. Another ball roll. Arturo Martinez lays it off for Marcus Thuram. And they will finish that one off. 76 minutes gone. They get themselves back. Only one goal behind now. Yeah, not much you can do about the backheel pass and the ball rolls. Oh, great passing. Elise finds Reinders. We're going to find Jimenez, who was able to get around his defender, trying to get a shot away, but Tchouaméni does well. Summer collects. And now 83 minutes gone, 84 minutes gone, basically. We're going to get a 3-man sub, get some attackers in, try to get some fresh legs up top so we can, maybe play some long balls, try to get over the top. Adley's going to find a pass through to Okafor here, who will hit it off of the bar. Reinders to Leao. Leao with a terrible touch. And now just 2 minutes of added time is pretty much up now. Pavard's going to try to find a ball through. Buongiorno cuts it off. Back to Tamori. We're going to clear it up the field, and that will be the end of the game. We will be moving on to the final of the Coppa Italia, 4-3 over Inter Milan. And our rivals cannot be happy about that. I mean, they're in first place in the league, so they kind of got the upper hand on that side. But we at least get past them in the Coppa Italia. And we will be facing Lazio, like I said. So that's a great way to end off this episode. Moving on in the Champions League, moving on in the Coppa Italia. I mean, unfortunately, we couldn't, win against Inter in the league, because that would have put us in a good spot to maybe finish first, but I just don't know if we're going to be able to do that now. They're asking us what was the thinking behind subbing Jimenez. I mean, just to get somebody else on. But interesting questions from the media. We'll see what they think about that. But we've been offered the FC Barcelona position here at the end of this episode. We are, of course, going to turn it down. We've already done an FC Barcelona career mode, but getting an offer from a club like that is always flattering. And that will do it for today's episode, like I said, but we are going to have a busy one in the next one. Palermo as the first game. I mean, that should be an easy win, but we've got both games against Bayer Leverkusen in the Champions League, as well as a game against Salernitana in the league. And then that'll be that episode. We'll have one more episode after that. That could be a crazy episode. I mean, depending on what happens, obviously. If we can get past Leverkusen in the Champions League, we will have 2 league games that could decide who wins the Serie A. A game against Lazio for the Coppa Italia, and then potentially a game in the Champions League final. So I hope you guys are ready for the end of this season. I hope you guys are excited for the future of AC Milan. We've taken them so far already in 2 seasons, and I mean, this team is looking pretty good, if I do say so myself. So thank you guys for watching. I will catch you guys in the next one. Please be sure to like the video. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.